In this video, we're going to talk about 5 ugly truths about sales commissions in the roofing industry. Number one request for video that we've been getting in the last few years on this channel is disputes between sales reps and the business owners. Just last night, I got yet another request to expose the company who allegedly is not paying their sales guys. When I look who the person is, I'm like, really? We're doing this now? So the person have sold $4.4 million. He's been nominated by Win the Storm to be on a stage as a sales rep of the year, top producer of the year, and yet he cannot collect, he claims, $100,000. Now, I hate the stories. I hate these disputes, and I rarely make videos about them. So I decided to make my top 5 list to explain to you the ugly truth about commissions in the roofing industry. Let's go. So first ugly truth is splits are rarely better than commission off the top. So many salespeople think that splitting the profit with the business owner will get them a better deal. I've met many salespeople in my life. As a matter of fact, I've been in the roofing business for 7 years. So you can imagine I have a lot of sales guys come and go. And in my business history, I only have one sales rep who did work on a split commission. I regretted it. He's a great guy. I have nothing against him. He got paid every dollar. We settled with him, but I did not like the deal, and I hope he did like what he got. Splits, if you think about them, what the split is. So usually, business owner opens accounting to the sales rep, and they go over how much money they have made. They usually call it 50-50 and percentage to the office for the overhead. So usually it'll be like 50-50, 55-40, 60-40. Let's say you have $10,000 job, your gross profit is $4,000, but you will take 10% or 20% for the office expenses and management overhead, and then you split the rest. So if the job is, after all of those calculations, is $3,000 profit, you will split it with the sales rep. $1,500 goes to the sales rep, $1,500 goes to the business owner. If you think about it, it's 15% of the top. And I have met so many sales reps who came to me early on, and I've met so many others who work for other companies, and I ask them one question: how much did they make? Because if you look at SVG panel, and this is where this complaint comes from. So if you look at the panel, they all claim, like high numbers: 8.9 mils, 10.6, 6.8, 4.4. 4.1, great numbers, but I always ask them, what did you bring home? So if you're making 4.4 at 10% commissions off the top, you should be making $440,000 a year. So many sales reps cannot make that. And I've met, if you remember our story with 2Surf Contracting, I interview 9 or 10 sales guys working for that company, and they were doing splits, and they all were promised high pay. They've sold over $1 million. Most of those 9-10 guys did, and none of them made even 100K. So most of them went $60,000, $70,000, $80,000. So I've always paid my sales guys either 10% of the top or 15% of the top if they're self-generated their job. So in my case, if you go and door knock or bring job to me, I'll pay you 15%. So on $10,000 job, you're gonna get $1,500. And that's what most salespeople don't understand, that split will rarely be bigger than commissions. And that's just the ugly truth. I rarely have met a business owner who will pay more. So business owners are entrepreneurs. They calculated the whole thing, and they will do what's good for them, not as much for their salespeople in a split system. Number 2, owner of the split system, business owner, always will have the leverage. You need to understand, if you're agreeing to split the profit, you have to also have access to their books. The moment they're gonna fire you, they're gonna remove the access from the book. So it's going to be your word against their word, and that gives them a lot of leverage. When you have in writing contract that you are getting paid percentage of the top, you sell $10,000 job, they owe you 10%. Even if they fire you and they owe you commissions, even if you don't have access to the books, it doesn't matter if the job is profitable, not profitable. That's a business owner problem. You, my friend, have a leverage. Sales rep is more protected when there's commissions off the top system in place. When there is split system in place, business owner always have leverage, and this is just name of the game. There's nothing you can do about it. Third ugly truth is that usually sales reps don't like to talk about it. The salespeople in this game usually have better earning potential than even business owners. Less risk, and salespeople truly can make more money. And I have paid a lot of salespeople more than I've paid myself. And I always love writing those checks. If sales reps comes to me and I have to write $8,000 check for 1 week worth of work, you know what? I'm happy, because if he's making 8 grand, it means that he have sold $80,000 for my business, and I know my payday will come later. It never bothered me how much my salespeople are making, but if you're honest with yourself, salespeople do have better earning potential. They're not limited to your business problems, to what's going to happen with a homeowner, supplier. If you mismanage your money, it's not their problem. Your production is not your problem. So many business owners underestimate what really goes into the production. And if you're the business owner, comment below if you agree with this. Salespeople do get often better side of the deal in this relationship. And salespeople usually make that mistake and assumption that it's easier to be the business owner than sales rep. It's not true. Many business owners quit their businesses and went to work for someone else. I do see that trend even today, where business owners throw the towel, say, I'm done with this business, I'm gonna work for someone else, I'll sell, I'll make a good living. And they do. So it does work. So salespeople do usually get better deal, but business owners usually win the battle in case of disputes. Fourth ugly truth in sales commissions is sales don't fix everything. So many people in this business are only talking about top producers and sales, and we need to stop preaching that sales fix everything. Those organizations that do focus on sales heavily, they always fail at the end. Because if you look at lifestyle of salespeople who rely on their salespeople, they get into drugs, they get into many problems, because money truly don't buy happiness, especially if you make quick and easy money super fast, you're not used to it. Money requires discipline, and you have to learn how to live on beyond what you make. On top of that, you have a lot of problems with the production, and there's 3 other departments that you have to perfect in order for the business to grow. So just because you have a couple top producers does not mean that you will even be able to take care of them. Oftentimes, top producers will outsell the business owner's capacity to produce the work. And what's gonna happen then? They're not gonna get paid if company will not produce. You might say, well, that's not their problem, it's business owner problem. Well, it's everyone's problem, because now you sold a couple $1 million, business owner cannot produce it, you're not helping to produce it. Now we're talking about refunds to the homeowners, different type of dispute, and now this sales rep goes to work for another company, this business owner is pissed, his sales pipeline is cut, he has to adjust. Oftentimes, easiest decision is not to pay the sales rep who just screwed you. And again, sales don't fix everything. Stop relying on sales, because sales often can bring problems. The last thing that I want to mention here is fast and easy money in roofing sales ruins lives. I've seen many people in this industry with several very disturbing addictions. I've seen people being shot, being killed, overdosed in the hotels, and I often ask myself, why did it happen? Here's the reality. You can promise 20-25-year-old kid good money. You can give him opportunity to start making $20,000-$30,000 a week. But you're also responsible for that kid to learn how to spend that money, how to invest that money, so he will not harm himself. I strongly believe if you give 18-year-old keys to Ferrari and $100,000, you will not have good outcome most of the time out of that situation. We have to condition our young generation to get used to the money they make. And in the roofing industry, you have so many people who've never seen this kind of money. I have lunch today with a business owner who's doing way north of $30 million. And the guy is super smart with his money. He grew his company super fast, and he speaks openly about his experience. And he's like, I've never seen anything like this. In roofing, we move millions, but we also have opportunities to cheat, to lie, to steal, to get what we want, for quicker payday, for selfish reasons. With that, you have to live with yourself. You know, if you're lying, if you're committed an insurance fraud, maybe you've done some crazy stuff like faking damage or forging insurance checks. Now you have to go to sleep and be able to sleep. You're not gonna do it because consciousness, something inside of you will be telling you that you've done wrong. Now you're gonna start drinking, start doing drugs, other stuff. So be careful. If you're the business owner, my advice to you is, before it's too late, enroll people in your company. Programs like Roofers in Recovery. Huge shout out to Jonathan Sherwood. There's quite a few programs in the roofing industry that will help with that. I asked recently one of my interviews with Chuck Toki about this. Why do we have such a big problem? And I like his answer, how he explained it. He's a very seasoned sales coach, and he said that a lot of times it's company culture. If you have 40 sales guys competing with each other and doing something together, whether it's drugs, alcohol, and stuff like that, it's very contagious and it's a big problem. You have a lot of money to be made, you have this brotherhood, and it's not always good. Sales don't fix everything, money ruins lives. We have to think about tomorrow. We have to think about how to build a good company that creates good careers to all salespeople, to business owners, and for all players. What I don't want to see is, I don't want to see messages like I've been getting for the last 2 years. Hey, bash this company, expose this company is not me. There's no reason for it. Stop living this Facebook Live where you're going on the stage as the someone who goes, sells millions, and then you haven't even collected it. Because business owners today who teach in the main stages, oftentimes they're crooks, they're liars, they're cheaters. They don't have the numbers that they claim, especially with Win the Storm. There's so many people, so many crooks on that stage. I'm not saying all of them, they're definitely good guys, but I'm tired of seeing these back-end stories. We have to vet our people. If we're letting people on the stage to teach, to share, we need to stop listening to guys who've been in business 1 or 2 years. I see solar guys. They go on the stage, they've done 2 solar jobs, and now they're teaching how to sell solar. You see people who claim millions and they've never done it. We have a business coach who says he sold his company for $34 million. That's a lie. There's a better way. Don't fake it before you make it. Have a real success, have it for a while, and then go teach others. That's all I have for you guys for today on the sales commissions. Comment below what you think about this topic. If you've been screwed, whether as a sales rep or business owner, I want to hear your story. I don't like this drama. I try not to pick up the stories, but I wonder where you stand on this topic. What do you think is fair sales commission for the sales guys? Comment below. I read all my comments. Like this video if you like this content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.